Dear student, today I will again explain you the next part of your rational number, that is rational number part 9. In this part, today's topic is your some important results or you can say theorem of irrational numbers. These are also very important theorem, okay, or results. The first theorem is your negative of irrational is always irrational. Negative of irrational is always irrational. Say your irrational number, say root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, then minus of root 5, what will happen? It will be minus root 5. Again this is irrational. So given irrational is your root 5, and the negative of irrational is also irrational. Suppose if we will take minus root 5 is your given irrational. Then what will happen? The negative of negative root 5, it will become plus root 5. So that means this is again it will be irrational. So negative of irrational is an irrational. This is your first result. Second one is sum of a rational and irrational is always irrational. Sum of irrational and irrational is always irrational. Suppose 2 is a rational number, and root 5 is an irrational number. If we will add these two, then what will happen? This answer will be also an irrational number. 2 is a rational, root 5 is an irrational. Their sum is also irrational. In which 2 rational and root 5 is irrational. Okay, sum of rational and irrational is always a irrational number. Now, third theorem is you can say if product of non-zero rational and irrational is always irrational. Suppose 2 is a non-zero rational number. This is your rational. Okay. And multiply with an irrational number 5. So that means the answer is your 2 root 5. This is also irrational. Why non-zero? Because if it will be 0 is also rational, then 0 into irrational is always rational. 0 is a rational. When multiplied with root 5, then again the answer will be 0. Anything multiplied with any number is your 0. Okay. Now, fourth one is difference of a rational and irrational is always irrational. That means suppose your root 2 is a rational number and root 5 is an irrational. So your difference is the subtraction. This is your rational and this is your irrational. So your final answer is your irrational. So that means 2 minus root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, clear? Similarly, if we consider if two irrational numbers are added, subtracted, product and quotient. So addition, subtraction, multiplication and division may their result may not be irrational. That means when two irrational number is added, subtracted, product or quotient, they may not be irrational. See the example. Suppose 2 plus root 2 is added with 2 minus root 2. What will happen? Root 2 cancel, the answer is 4, though this is your rational. Belongs to rational. Suppose you will multiply 2 plus root 2 into 2 minus root 2. What will happen? A plus b into a minus b. This is your 4 minus 2 is your 2. Okay, then this is again belongs to rational. So product, addition, equals subtraction. Suppose if we will subtract 2 minus root 2, when 2 minus root 2 is subtracted, say when 2 plus root 2 is your subtracted with 2 or you can say 5 plus root 2. Then what will happen? Then this 2 plus root 2 minus 5 minus root 2, root 2 cancel, this will be your minus 3, this will be your minus 3. So again the subtraction is your between two irrational is a rational one. So for quotient, for division, you can say that, fourth example, that say 2 root 5 divided by 3 root 5. What will happen? Root 5 cancel, the answer is your 2 by 3, which is also belongs to irrational number. Okay, so these are the important results we have discussed. Okay, now I will show you how to represent irrational numbers on a number line. So in this question, to represent square root of 2 and square root of 3 on number line. Okay, your solution. First of all, you draw a number line as your x, o, x dash. Here it is x, o, x dash be a number line. Here o is the represent 0 marks. So you write let x, o, x dash be a number line where O represent 0 mark. Okay. Now you with your scale you mark. Say this is your equal space, equal units you can take. So this much of length is your 1 unit, this is your 2 unit. In the left side also in equal length it is -1. So in this way you represent it. Now what we will do, take OA as your 1 unit. This is your OA, this is your O, this is your A. This is your 1 unit. Taking OA equal 1 unit. You have to write, okay? Then you take AB equal 1 unit. Taking OA equal unit and AB equal 1 unit. Such that AB must be perpendicular to OA. So you do this much of length is your 1 unit. You take the same length as your 1 unit. This is your B. This is also 1 unit and OA is your 1 unit. This is your 90 degree. So AB is perpendicular to OA and that is also 1 unit. You join OB. Then this OAB is a right angle triangle where OB is your hypotenuse. Okay. Then OB will be your, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, OB will be your OA square plus AB square. So OA is your 1 unit. So 1 square plus 1 square. So that will be square 1 plus 1, that is 2. So that means this is your OB will be your square root of 2. So this is your square root of 2. Clear? But our target is to draw square root of 2 on the number line. Okay. Now you have to write. After that, taking O as center and OB as radius, an arc is drawn. So now you put your needle of the compass at position A and touch your needle at B. Then you just make a arc. So after making an arc, it intersect the number line at point B dash. Okay, is drawn. An arc is drawn which intersect the number line at B dash. Therefore, OB dash equal to OB equal to square root of 2 is drawn on the number line. Okay, now your root 2 is completed. So, for root 3, what we'll do? For root 3, you have to draw first root 2. And then again, you have to write up to this much. So, you have to draw first root 2. So that OB will be equal square root of 2. You have to write up to this much. Okay. For root 3, your first target is to draw the number line. Let X will be a number line where O represents the 0 mark taking OA equal 1 unit, AB equal to 1 unit such that AB is perpendicular to OA, then OB equals square root of AOA square plus AB square. So by applying the Pythagoras theorem, this is your 1 square plus 1 square is 1 plus 1 means root 2. Root 2 is your OB. Now after that, after writing this part, again you have to write taking BC 1 unit. Say this is your C. BC. Taking BC as your 1 unit. Now taking BC as your 1 unit. Taking BC equal 1 unit such that this BC is perpendicular to OB. So that means you have to draw first OB. Now you have to take another 1 unit on OB such that BC is perpendicular to OB. Then you join OC. Okay, then joined OC. Therefore, your OC will be square root of OB square plus BC square. So when you add your OB square plus BC square, the value of OB is square root of 2. Then square root of 2 whole square, then again plus 1 whole square because BC is your 1. So this value is your square root of 2 plus 1 is your square root of 3. So BC is your square root of 3. That OC is your square root of 3. But this is in the air. Your number line is here. So you have to again write taking O as center and OC as radius. An arc is drawn which intersect the number line at C dash. So here putting your nail of the compass nail in this O position, this is your O position. So and touch the pencil here and draw the arc. An arc is drawn which meet the number line at C dash. So this B dash is your root 2 and C dash is your root 3. Then OC dash equal OC equal square root of 3 is drawn on the number line. Okay, this is how we can represent a irrational number on a number line. Clear? Okay. Now I will explain you to insert an irrational number numbers in between. To insert irrational numbers in between two irrational numbers. Okay. Now my next topic is to insert irrationals in between two irrationals. So let us see with an example. Say your question is insert three irrational numbers. Insert three irrational in between square root of is 3 and square root of 10. Okay, we have to insert three irrational numbers. So your solution, given square root of 3, given irrationals are say this is your root 3. So when root 3 is given, you make given irrationals are root 3 and root 10. Okay, these are given here. Root 3, if you will square the root 3, here square root of 3 whole square, that will give you 3. And similarly, square root of 10 is your 10. Square root of 3 whole square will give you 3. And square root of 10 will give you, whole square of square root of 10 will give you 10. So you have got these two data, that there are two rational while squaring the irrational, that is 3, and the data that is your square root of root 10 is your 10. Okay, now you have got it. So that means the numbers lies in between 3 and 10. You have to take number lies between 3 and 10 are, you see, which are not squared number are your 5, 6, 7 and 8, because 4 is a square number and 9 is also a square number. So these numbers lies in between 3 and 10. So that means, therefore, irrational can be taken as irrationals lies between them are your square root of 5, square root of 6, square root of 7, square root of 8, etc. So not only 3, you can insert 4 also. So this is also one of the way. Another way, you find out the square root in decimal form, square root of 10 in decimal form, then you can insert infinite number of irrational in between two decimal form expression of this square root, because you know the square root of 3 is a non-terminating and repeating decimal. Similarly, square root of 10 is also a non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. So in between these two, so you see, just square root of 3 can be your value in terms of decimal is your 1.732, like that, and square root of 10 is greater than 3 point something. So 1.7 and in between 3 point something, there are a lot of non-terminating and non-repeating decimal you can write. So in that way also you can do. Okay, so this much is enough for today. We will see in the next part or next video. Okay, bye.